that we in now. It was way back when they said they'll never tell that. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell everything else except for that. On the entertainment area, we understand, like we saying that that interracial marriage is, you know, one of the first things on their agenda. You know, showing these like inside of these music videos and everything, everybody has to be extremely successful and wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's balling.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what the kids sit around and they aim for: extreme success and balling, and mostly overnight success.
Right. You got a piece of the other video, because that's what he was talking about. It's all a mind control. See, in the 70s and the 80s, when the hip hop came out, it was to better people's lives. It was to get away from the pain. It was to get away from struggle. As time went progressive, it went from fun hip hop barbecuing, everybody coming together, to gold ropes, and I got bigger money. It went from that to big money to me being a dope boy. That from being a dope boy to, you know what I'm saying, it's just the transition of the music is what the brother's saying is what's really taking our people mind and just throwing it away, you know what I'm saying, keeping them away from everything that has value because of the music. But it started off with coming together, you know what I mean, and escaping the struggle, and went from that to being, you know, forget you, I'm balling over you, or you could get like me if you come in this industry. So that forced everybody to want to be musicians and rappers and producers and actors and stuff like that. But what it is just showing when they sign that contract, they are a legal slave to the devil when they do that. Yeah, it may seem like they got their money and stuff like that, but they got to answer to these people. They got to do certain rituals. They got to do things that is not happy to the Most High. You say, go ahead.
When me, my mom and dad and Marlon be listening to J. Cole, he said in one of his songs that these people be selling their souls to get where they at.
Well, J. Cole was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Now, he might be one of those ones that's coming to repentance, but if he's still biting that, you know what I'm saying, still cashing them checks that's dealing with those jesewitz or recording at that studio that's ran by those jesewitz, he's still doing the same thing, but he's slowly waking people up by telling them that. But he did sign that same dotted line. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, J. Cole was flashy. You know what I'm saying? It was about flashing and Louis Vuitton and stuff like that. But as he started waking up, you know what I mean, him and Kendrick Lamar, you know what I'm saying, you see that they don't even really value the things that normal people value. Cars, the clothes, and stuff like that no more, because they waking up to the true essence.
Right, right. And also what you would get is like we exposed on the first time that we brought this out. I don't know if y'all still got y'all notes, man, about these jesewitz, man. They fight each other. You know what I'm saying? For the let's say it's like two sons fighting each other for, you know what I'm saying, their father's attention, right? So they'll talk down on each other or whatever, you know what I'm saying, just to like ask, basically almost just asking permission for their plan to go forward into the to fit the spectrum of the devil's, you know what I'm saying, plan and everything else, you know what I'm saying. So just because they might say certain things like, oh, I'm against abortion, you know what I'm saying,
right?
But they might still be for every other, you know what I'm saying, destruction of the black family, you know what I'm saying. But just, you know, trying to emulate their father, the devil, and how he subtly comes in and sways your mind into his living the life that he wants you to live. Keep going up.
Verse 5, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh.
Right. So that casting down imaginations and everything that exalts its power against Yahweh. We understand, you know what I'm saying, that's this world, that's this new world order that we're living in right now. You know, I'll pull it back up later. All right, so like we were saying, it's casting down all the imaginations and everything that exalts itself against God, right? That's why you see them having to cut their head bald, right? You'll see a lot of them.
You trying to play the other video?
Tasty, sweet, delicious.
Check it out. It's free to download.
I think that's supposed to be a movie.
This is Mario. Hello? All right.
Sound is what it is.
Eric, did you get?
As best as I could. Alright, so we all know hip hop started in the 80s. Some may say it started earlier than that, but to note it says the 80s. Started in the 80s. I don't know which year to be exact, but Sugar Hill Gang and so on and so forth. So when music first came out, well not music, excuse me, when hip hop first came out, it was on a process of being happy, partying, having a good time, taking your mind away from the stress. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop had that influence on the black community. That was our way out. Okay, we looked at hip hop as a way out, as a tool to, get your message heard. There was no more, people no longer wanted to write books anymore or be authors. They actually wanted to rap. Okay, so hip hop had a big influence on the African American community.
Right. So, well, basically, what he's saying was in the beginning of hip hop, it wasn't about money flashing and soul selling. It was about coming together from your struggle, coming together, partying, cooking out. You know what I mean? Just having fun. And then the higher ups took that and went pretty much sideways with it, and it went from feel good music to straight destruction that we hear to this day.
Right. Like we're saying, man, everything that is happening in this world derived from a place of, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of it is a place of innocence, place of this Bible basically. Everything that this world is constructed upon is just, basically going against God.
Right.
Just like we just read in 2 Corinthians. Keep bringing it all the way. Bring it all the way one time. Bring it down one time up from 4 to 6.
Right. The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of the Mashiach, and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
Right. So that's when we will be able to really fight against our enemies. That's when we are fighting the good fight. Whenever we cast down every single imagination, when we're exposing everything that is against God, against the knowledge of God. You know what I'm saying? That's how we fight the good fight. Just like right now, as we're sitting right here exposing an enemy that has, tentacles all throughout this earth, man. You know what I'm saying? You may not be directly influenced by it, you know what I'm saying, as kids, so much so, you know what I'm saying, as far as, it influencing y'all's money right now, y'all income, y'all, you know what I'm saying, lifestyle. As kids, first base, excuse me, but your parents are influenced by these people. They are capping off our lifestyles as far as the true way of receiving wealth, man, because a lot of us are already skilled enough to be in prominent positions in this life as far as the workforce and things of that nature. We already got the skills that should have us in positions of, authority. But it would be more easily accessible if it wasn't for these people the way that they are controlling schooling and education and things of that nature. Like if we able to go back to school easily and as accessibly as anybody who believe in, their child's potential. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole government saying who should be educated, properly and who should be miseducated according to different classes. Now, if education was, let's say, free, as it should be, we'll all be in school. Like for me, for one, I went back right now and say this. Right now, if let me just make an example. Right now, everybody with your knowledge base that you have right now, what would you go back to school for? Anybody? Not the kids, the adults. What would you go back to school for? Because what we're talking about is how these power over influences are controlling You know what I'm saying? Even, you know, the kids through their parents right now. But then when y'all, as y'all get older and y'all get those skills and things, they could come directly at you. All right. So what's that? What's that? Wait.
No, I just finished going to get my engineering degree.
You'll go get your engineering.
I finished getting it.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about you? You think about anything that you would go back to school for right now? You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Like video production or anything like that. You want
Nope.
to go in as far as
Nope, because I ain't got the money to pay them to teach me something that the Most High already given me the knowledge to do.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. That's what we just said. If the education was free, y'all. You know what I'm saying? If the education was free, what would you go back to school for? That was the question.
But, well, if the education was free,
Yeah.
I would rather start a school of thought of our own and teach them what we know. If
So
it was
you would
free.
go back to college to learn how to start a school of thought.
Nah, I start a school of thought without going to college. You know what I'm saying?
How about-
And it'll give them opportunity to figure out if they want to go to college or if they want to jump in the workforce or if they want to, you know what I'm saying, do something else. But, you know, because not everybody's going to take the college route. Because if you look at the what's going on with the economy right now, you got people going to college and getting out of college, and you got a big old bill that you got to pay, a grant that you got to pay.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
We understand that they had. That's how they have manipulated. You know what I'm saying? The education system in this world, as far as having who they want in position, and you know what I'm saying, when and where and how they want them in that position. You know what I'm saying? They're operating fully according to you know, commands of the devil instead of commands of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? They manipulate their way into this position slowly but surely, you know what I'm saying, through the power and influence of that dollar. Like they have, this Rothschild's family has control over that dollar, has control over everything that's happening right now. That the devil is running it. He has a family of people who marry each other. This the Rothschild. You look up, you Google the damn Rothschilds right now. And this is basically, you'll get something like this, man. I just typed in Rothschild Family Network, and it says the Rothschild Family Network. The Rothschild was a... All right, the Rothschilds, it says, successfully kept the fortune in the family with carefully arranged marriages, often between first and second cousins, right? The Rothschilds family is a wealthy Jewish family. You understand? A wealthy Jewish family, originally from Frankfurt, that rose to prominence with Meyer Amschel Rothschild, 1744 through 1812. A court factor to the German such and such, a bunch of holy other bullshit, not holy, but Roman Empire,
Right.
Who established his banking business in the 1760s. Okay, unlike most previous court factors, Rothschild managed to bequeath his wealth and establish an international banking family through his 5 sons, who established businesses in London, Paris, Frankfurt, Vienna, and Naples. The family was elevated to noble rank in the Holy Roman Empire and the United Kingdom. The family documented history starts in 16th century. Their name is derived for, but basically they married cousins. To keep their wealth going.
Keep their bloodline.
Yeah, man, I just had it just now.
That's how you keep the bloodline strong.
Right.
Pull it off.
We used to do that too, though.
Yeah, I was
Right,
about to say that.
everything they get from the Bible, man. They're just copying off of the blueprints of the Bible by going exactly against it and establishing what is right way to access knowledge. You know what I'm saying? All right, so basically, I know a lot of this lesson may be a little bit, you know what I'm saying, it should be, you know, pretty clear about what we're getting at here, but at the same time, you know, I just want to make sure I'm on the call with everybody. Anybody got any questions so far about who are the Freemasons inside of this Jesuit war?
Fine.
All right. So one of the main titles of these Freemasons are dissemblers. Like we remember from our first study, man, is to dissemble anything that's looked like it's organizing to this thought of the obedience of Christ. Anything that is, you know what I'm saying, going to lead to the obedience of Christ, they ought to be in the midst of dissembling or either controlling, you know what I'm saying? Like what you have in these churches, for example. Those pastors are mostly Masons, you know what I'm saying? Almost 100% of them. You're going to find they belong to a lodge, you know what I'm saying? If they have any major influences, definitely, you know what I'm saying? They belong to a lodge so that they can teach you how to show brotherly love and sisterly love in their manner of teaching. Like they'll tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like we say, who is my brother and who is my sister?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Besides those who believe in what we believe in.
Right.
And they say, okay, the devil say, okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. I can definitely use that one. You know what I'm saying? So now as they get these organizations all the way together like they got them now, you know what I'm saying, through slavery and everything else of our people, you know, they can now, you know, try to constitute everybody into, you know what I'm saying, going straight from, you know, it being a bunch of damn Edomites mostly running these smoke filled rooms to you may get a Jay-Z in there or two now, you know what I'm saying, through the ease of access now because let me see what I was going over that thing, because of how they was able to subtly basically you know, get people to agree with them. Yeah, that's right. Get people to agree with them on who is my brother and who is my sister. Right? They'll tell you that your family ain't your brother and your sister unless they believe in, you know what I'm saying, the you know, all the fuckery they believe in, homosexuality, wife swapping. You see what I'm saying? All these different things that, you know what I'm saying, seem to be, you know, a life worth living, according to your imagination, all your imaginations, every wicked thought that comes, you know what I'm saying, to your mind, you can do through these people and make it look righteous.
That's what they do. It's all a mind control. That, like the brother said on the video, it's all a mind control.
Right. In the name, they're gonna tell you it's in the name of righteousness, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna think that it's in the name of the righteous. I'm supposed to have this, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna be
26 and verse 24.
Proverbs chapter 26 and verse 24.
Yeah, I'm about to read that. Yeah.
Alright. Bring it up.
This section of this, what we're talking about is what is he, all right? That we're gonna go into. Y'all can title it, What is he?
All right, this is the book of Proverbs. What is he?
What is he?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay. All right.
well, you can put it on this way. What is he?
Okay. All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 26 and verse 24. He that hateth dissembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceit within him. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart.
Right, exactly, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to be careful whenever y'all getting up there in this world, in any kind of, you know what I'm saying, ranking, that you listen real carefully what people are telling you as they presenting a certain gift to you, a certain promotion to you, certain things of that nature there, because there could be stipulations to that thing, and they can get you to slowly agree with the devil just through, you know what I'm saying, slowly, you know, subtly saying, you're getting you to sign to things that you're not paying attention to the fine print, and we know that this world is really influenced by those Jewish people, because that's what they do the most, man. Y'all know who own all the damn insurance companies?
Are Jewish people.
They own everything. A bunch of Jewish people, you know what I'm saying? That's all they sit around and do is think about how to pin whip you. You know what I mean? And they're putting things in that fine clause. And if they can't pin whip you to get their drug pushed or anything that they want done, they'll go down to the damn Congress Hall, the House of Representatives, and they'll be down there on that floor pushing. They got certain lawyers and things down there pushing envelopes to lessen the strain on certain sanctions, so that they can come all the way back and put some more fine print in there to further, you know what I'm saying, shit you out your money, man. That's all they do.